I'm with PJ McDonald back here at Ripon. He's won the first race, and a really nice performance from this filly.
Yeah, she's the sweetest little thing. She's went around today as if she's been doing it all her life. Jumped a little bit slow, hit a few bumps early, but once the penny dropped her at halfway and I got her out and she got leveled out, she galloped out, picked up nice.
Credit to you, because you gave her the chance just to find her feet and find her rhythm, which was important.
Yeah, look at it. As any of the lads will tell you here, you can't really put a horse on its head here because you just won't finish, you know. And she took a little bit of time to find her feet, but once she did, she was very professional then from halfway home.
Yeah, she certainly was. Now, PJ Lawrence won't be heading to the Falmouth. She's had a bit of a setback. It's hugely disappointing.
Yeah, look at it. It's disappointing, but we're 99% sure she's going to make a full recovery, so that's the most important thing. And if we can get her back, you know what I mean, that's the most important thing. As long as she's sound and she's ready to go and give us a couple of days out before the end of the season, we can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I think Carl Burke has stressed that it was just a slight problem with the hock, but of course he's not going to take any risks.
Yeah, but this filly has already proved herself. She doesn't, you know what I mean, she doesn't have to take any risks, and Carla's under no pressure to run her or to make her do something that she's not ready to do. And that's the brilliant thing about it. Look, if she comes good, she comes good. If she doesn't, she's been a marvellous filly to us through her career, and I don't think we'll find another one like her.
And final question, if she does come over this, and let's hope that she does, she could now head to France for the Prix Rothschild.
Yes, as we well know, she's a very good traveller. You know, she's got a great mind, so that's the plan. We've got 3 weeks to get her back to where she needs to be, so hopefully Carl and the team home can get her there.
We're able to see her again soon. Well done.
Cheers, Simon. Thank you.
Yeah, PJ McDonald will be loving the way things are going, despite the fact Lawrence obviously has just met that little setback. But other than that, things aren't going too badly, are they? That winner yesterday in France.
Yeah, he's in great form. He's a good, solid rider, and the way that he switched codes and made an absolute brilliant fist of being a top flight rider. Good that I love seeing him up at the highest level. You know, real competitive. You can rely on him.
And it's interesting, actually, looking at Sheen Murphy there. Obviously, Danny Tudhope's had a couple of winners at Ayr today, 3 ahead of him. This Jockeys Championship could run and run. Yeah,
it's going to hot up. Sheen, I heard him talking to Matt earlier on, and he wasn't being overly bullish. He just said, look, I'll give it my best shot. He's just keeping nice and calm about the job in hand.
I've got 30 seconds to tell you why short expiry dates for free bets aren't fair. They put you under pressure. Sky Bet is levelling the playing field, one small step at a time. That's why all our free bets come without expiry dates. A bit like Fergie time, they just go on and on and on. Sky Bet, levelling the playing field, one small step at a time. That's betting better.
There's Sharma, 10-1 shot now. Sharma for Laura Coughlin and David Loughnane. The horse I like here is Smith. I thought he'd got a little bit to find at the weights, but he ran okay here over a bit further last time, and I thought he wasn't without a chance back down in trip.
Yeah, can often manage to put up his best performance under quickish conditions as well. So everything's in your favour for a big run. It's just, you know, whether the favourite turns up, isn't it? But Matt's a bit of a paddock watcher, and he came back. He wasn't overly impressed in the prelims.
No, OK. He was being a little bit on edge as well, wasn't she, Izvestia, and just looked like she was getting just a little bit awkward maybe, but anyway, she's in, and that's fine. So let's hope she puts her best foot forward. Beechwood James going forward for Thor Hammer Hansen, and I think they'll almost be all set. So let's head back up to commentary and rejoin John.
Thanks ever so much. It's clouding over a little bit here, looking quite dark beyond the 5 furlong start now. Hopefully there's nothing worse ahead than a few dark clouds. Wouldn't want any of the wet stuff to spoil the night. Smith comes forward now, one of 2 left to load. Carla Sveva will be the last. This is the outsider of the party. To complete the lineup, 6 strong for the Horse Guards London Dry Gin Phipps Claiming Stakes race. William Cox aboard Carla Sveva. In now, we're ready. And they're off. Racing away, Mekir hopped out of the gates there slightly slowly, with Smith at the back and also Sharma to the rear end of the field. But it's the outsider Carla Sveva who takes us through the first quarter of a mile with a narrow lead of a length over the favourite Izvestia. She sits in second place. Another length away then is Beechwood James, ahead of Makir in 4th, and Smith is next, racing on the outside of Sharma, the two of them together at the rear end of the field. So Carla Sveva still then with the advantage. They've made the intersection run and now well on their way round the bottom part of the loop, taking them right-handed for much of the next quarter of a mile. The leader, Carla Sveva, from Izvestia in 2nd place. There's a length and a half between them. Similar margin back to Beechwood James in 3rd. Makir is in 4th to the outside. Smith next, held up on the rail. And with Smith is Sharma in the white jacket, who just improves a little bit there, leaving Smith now the back marker. Carla Sveva round that turn. It was incident-free round the bend. Leading up still from Izvestia, still looking poised in 2nd place. A definite move here on board Sharma to move closer. Gone ahead of Makir and Beechwood James, who's now just come under a little bit of pressure. Smith is the back marker, still in touch, though. 3 of them in line then as they head back towards home. And Oisin Murphy going through the gears here on Izvestia, struggling to get her head in front here of Sharma, with on behind those Carla Sveva. They're then followed by both Makir and Beechwood James, and Smith is switched to the wide outside to try and come with a late run. Less than 2 furlongs to go. Hard work this for Izvestia, in front narrowly from Sharma. Smith picking up now on the outside, now under pressure, but there with a chance, followed by Beechwood James. Makir is now beaten, so too Carla Sveva, and the leader is now Smith. Smith comes through to take the lead from Izvestia. In behind those Beechwood James, Smith is home for Georgia Dobie. Smith turns over the hot favourite Izvestia, only 2nd, and Beechwood James was 3rd home.
Oh, nice one in the end by Smith for Eve Johnson-Horton and Georgia Dobie. Horse who was just dropping slightly in trip. I thought that might suit him. It took a little while just to get to hit top gear there, but once he's got going, he's run on nicely, Jason.
He certainly has, and there it just goes to show you, doesn't it? Down at this level, Alex, he had, what are we looking at, £29 to find on official ratings, and has done just that. Admittedly, you've got Georgia taking off a valuable 7 as well. Doesn't seem 2 minutes ago since she was winning on All-Weather Finals Day when she came and had a chat with us, of course. And things have been, I think they picked up for a little while. She had a little dip in proceedings, and not too many winners on the board, but certainly a welcome return to the winners' enclosure.
Yeah, well done to her. That might be winner number 14, I think, for Georgia Dobie, but she was thrilled with the win, wasn't she, on All-Weather Finals Day? And it's good to see her getting opportunities for the boss, Eve Johnson-Horton, here. And this Smith has done it quite nicely. It is a claimer. He's in to be claimed. And if you were listening to what you said before, Matt had pointed out to us that he wasn't overly impressed with Izvestia in the paddock, and that proved to be the case.
No, I think that it's a big pat on the back to Matt. He said prior to this contest that he wasn't overly taken with the red-hot favourite Izvestia in the prelims, and he's been proven right.
Sure has, and Eve Johnson-Horton will be thrilled with the performance of Smith here, who runs in the well-known colours of Anthony Paigiri. She's had so many good horses for the owners over the years, hasn't she? And this horse, not up to that level, but he's good to see him getting his head in front.
Goring was the big winner, wasn't he? That's the horse. Goring. I was racking my brains, but she came through, officially rated 106. Picked up a massive pot.
Carlo as well.